relationship between zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. Now, children, first of all, we need to understand what a quadratic polynomial is. A quadratic polynomial is a polynomial with degree 2, right? We write it in general form as ax square plus bx
plus C.
plus, where a should not be 0. Why I am saying a should not be 0? Because if we take a to be 0, then 0 into x square will become 0, right? If we take a to be 0, so a into 0 will make it 0, and this will be left as a linear polynomial. तो इसीलिए a 0 नहीं होना चाहिए बच्चा, that is a condition, right? Now, being a quadratic polynomial, how many zeros will it have?
2.
Two.
I'm 2.
So let us have a quadratic polynomial as, okay, it will have 2 zeros. Let alpha and beta, these are just the names I am giving. Let alpha and beta be its zeros. Let alpha and beta be its zeros. Okay, because we know being quadratic polynomial, number of zeros are 2, and we have given them names alpha and beta. Now, children, just understand this example. So what is the coefficient of x square here?
A.
A.
X is b,
B.
and this is called constant term. C is called constant term. So in this topic, we have to find a relationship between the coefficients, which are a, b, c, and the zeros, which are alpha, beta. So our purpose is to derive a relationship between these 5. ठीक है? उससे पहले बेटा एक basic चीज that we should be aware of. We have done like x square plus 7x plus 12, right? Or let me take the example that we have just done. It will be helpful to you. Like x square plus 3x plus 2. We found its factors as x plus 1 and x plus 2. Right? But what are the zeros?
-1, -2.
-1 and -2.
So if alpha is -1, the factor will be alpha. If it is -1, the factor will be +1. And suppose alpha is +1, then factor will be
-1.
-1.
-1.
Is ये है बेटा, I do not know whether I started with the initial polynomial or which polynomial. But I know if I multiply it by k, then also the zeros will remain same. So let us have k as our constant polynomial, constant number by which the polynomial is multiplied. ठीक है? तो अब ये वाला instead of x square plus 3x plus 2, we have ax square plus bx plus c as a polynomial. And as we know that every polynomial can be expressed as a product of its factors. कर सकते हैं या नहीं? Every polynomial is expressed as a product of its factor. So for this polynomial, we must have 2 factors, children. Yes. Now, what will be the 2 factors? Can anyone tell me? If alpha is one of the zeros, what is the factor corresponding to alpha?
X minus alpha.
X
Very
minus
good. And corresponding to beta?
X minus beta.
plus beta.
And I am multiplying it by k because I do not know whether we started with the basic polynomial or this polynomial was multiplied by any number. So just to avoid that, k. Suppose हमने basic polynomial भी लिया हो तो k की value क्या हो जाएगी बेटा? 1. K will be 1. Are you getting this point? That this is a polynomial given and we have expressed it as a product of its vectors. Like this, like this. Are you clear with this representation, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So what are we going to do is, we are simply going to open the bracket on RHS. Let us keep K as it is and multiply. So if I multiply X with this bracket, X into X, X square,
X square
Square.
Minus beta x beta.
minus
minus alpha
then X into minus beta is minus beta
minus
X,
beta x
and
plus
minus
alpha
alpha
beta
minus beta is
Plus
plus,
alpha.
plus alpha
Plus
beta.
alpha beta.
right? Simply multiply. Now further, can I just put it as X square minus common in the bracket alpha plus beta times X plus alpha beta beta. इन दोनों में से माइनस और x को कॉमन ले लिया मैंने.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Is it fine? Now these two are same. This is LHS, this is RHS. So if I compare comparing both sides, now how do we do comparison, children? You should be knowing that. When we are comparing LHS to RHS, coefficients of x square are equated, coefficient of x are equated, and the constant term is equated. That is the way we compare. So if we are comparing, what is the coefficient of x square here?
A.
A. And what is the coefficient of x square here?
1.
1.
No. Let me just do one more step. Could you just multiply it? K into x square is kx square. K into this minus alpha plus beta into kx plus k times alpha beta. G? Now tell me what is the coefficient of x square this side.
K.
K.
So we get is equal to k. Let us compare coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x, children, here?
B.
And what is the coefficient of x this side?
Alpha plus beta into k.
And minus sign also. है ना? Minus sign also. So
Yes.
here we get a is equal to k. Then we get b is equal to minus alpha plus beta times k. G? Yes, beta.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
what is the constant term?
C.
K alpha beta.
And what is the constant here? This entire term
Alpha.
is constant. So what is the value of C we are getting?
K alpha
K times
beta.
alpha beta.
Now, children, we have seen that A is equal to K, or we can say K is equal to A. So instead of K, I would like to put A. Okay. So does it mean that B upon A, this A will come in the denominator this side? B upon A is equal to minus alpha plus beta. We have just rearranged. बोलो. और अगर आपको confusion है तो I will just put it like this. Does it mean that minus A into alpha plus beta is equal to B? Is it better this way? I've just interchanged the place. Replaced A and K. K को A से replace किया. Then interchange the left side and right side. Is that okay with you, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now,
Yes,
does
ma'am.
it mean I want alpha plus beta to be on one side? So does it mean that alpha plus beta is equal to minus that side B upon A?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
ठीक है. Now likewise here k is replaced by a. So does it mean that c is equal to a alpha beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And it further means that alpha beta is equal to c upon a.
C by
Bolo beta.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now what
ma'am.
is the conclusion from here? What is the conclusion? We have got the relationship that we were looking for. Does it mean alpha plus beta means sum of the zeros? Alpha plus beta means sum of the,
zeros.
which is equal to minus b क्या था बेटा? Coefficient of x.
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 Coefficient of x. And what is a?
Coefficient of x square.
Coefficient of x square.
ठीक है. And what do we get the another one? Alpha beta. What is alpha beta?
Sum of the zeros.
Product of
The
zeros.
multiple of zeros.
Product of zero.
Product of
The
zeros.
product of zeros.
Product of the zeros is equal to what?
Constant
is the-
divided by
Coefficient of the
Constant.
Constant term. Constant term divided
Coefficient of x square.
coefficient of x square.
Coefficient of x square.
coefficient of x square. Okay. This is the relationship we want to derive. So we just have to keep in mind that the sum of zeros is minus b upon a, where b is coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, and product is c upon a, where c is constant term and a is again coefficient of x square. So minus and the another one is plus. Okay. And one more thing, children, we need to observe from here, from this step. From this step, does it mean, see, these two are equal, LHS is equal to RHS. Does it mean that the quadratic polynomial is given by x k times x square minus alpha plus beta is sum of zeros multiplied by x, alpha beta is product plus product of zeros? Is this the formula for finding your this thing? Is this the formula? Does this give the formula for finding the polynomial itself?
Yes, ma'am.
X
yes,
square
ma'am.
minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. Okay, Abhi, I will give you examples on this to make you understand. Yes, beta. For example, let us take the zeros to be -1 and -2 as we calculated in the last example. Let us take the zeros to be -1 and -2. What will be the sum of these two zeros?
-3
And what is the
Minus
product of these two zeros?
+2
2.
According to the formula, x square minus sum. Minus of the formula, and sum is also what?
Minus.
-3
Into x plus product.
Plus 2.
And what is
Minus
minus?
Plus.
Are you getting the same thing? X square plus 3x plus 2.
Yes,
You know,
ma'am.
this is the polynomial with zeros -1, -2. है ना बेटा? And why are we multiplying it by k? We are multiplying it by k. Suppose मैम के mind में वो 5x square वाला polynomial होगा, तो we will multiply this by 5. because we know by multiplying a constant the polynomials के zero remains same. Are you with me, children?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
तो हर
So,
बार
so
हमें की लिखना पड़ेगा.
Yes, it will be good. See beta, abhi tak we were aware how to find zeros given a polynomial. But now we have got to know that even if it is other way around, even if we are given the zeros, we can find the polynomial also using this formula. Okay? Mayank,